it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating around here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I whipped the Cavalier. Show no love.
It's the newest stadium on the NFL landscape, and it might just be the grandest as you get a look at SoFi Stadium here at Inglewood. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler. Pushing through the contact. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake to Ekeler, it's Herbert. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
At the 49-yard line.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He's brought down.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert steps away. Left side caught by Diggs. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
20-yard line.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
But it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And is able to get it back to right around the 27. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free. And it's picked up by the Eagles. He's at the 40, 20. An Eagle touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Chargers 3. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Herbert now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, Herbert. He's got a man open. That's Allen. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger 1st down.
7-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Now he's strapped. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get out to the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Wentz on the give to Sanders. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Looking to get it to Ward. Intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at the 45. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Austin Eckler, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Allen. Austin Eckler, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 42 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
For J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. 10-7. Our score after one right here on EA Sports.
7.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 29-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Going deep for Diggs. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
Incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And Wentz is intercepted yet again. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
The Chargers take over.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Escaping the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And Slade with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Shotgun now for Wentz. Spins away. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Third down.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will.
Get off the field.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now Wentz. And throw here, that's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now a play fake. Wentz. And this one is incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, and it's third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. From the gun, Herbert. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The 2-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Badgley on for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Good. Makes the score Chargers 17, Eagles 7.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
5-yard line.
Offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
And an Eagle.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Wentz going to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of a long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And he stopped immediately there. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. The final shot before the break for Herbert. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
To kick off for the Chargers.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. Taken about 7 yards deep. The decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run forward with Sanders. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
5-yard gain
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Philadelphia.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Eagles.
throw is Wentz. Eluding the tackle. Left side here to Sanders. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Complete to Miles.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And Sanders has it broke free and picked up by the Chargers. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, and they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Allen. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 15, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Brought down.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 30.
3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, Herbert going deep for Diggs. And it's incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
It's now 4th down.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Once again here on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Sanders,
bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
He's brought down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Wentz. Over the middle. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Philadelphia.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Jalen Reagor, who was the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. From the gun, it's Wentz. Looking for Reagor again. This time he's got him. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Up on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 15-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and it's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Wentz. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Is good.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brought down by
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shot the D and ripped off a pretty big play.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Chargers on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Once more, here's Eckler. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
And 1.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Badgley able to knock this one through, and they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And he is out of bounds here on the return.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Casey Hayward. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the 2nd one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. It's Eckler again. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd-and-1 situation. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short, no gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Chargers, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. So that